Welcome back to V-Roll. We are trying to get to 4,000 subscribers, at which point I'm giving away a Pokemon 151 poster collection, 2 3-pack blisters of Surging Sparks, and 5 Pokemon mystery card lots. All you got to do is like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Be a part of V-Roll and do your part. You can comment anything you want. I don't mind. Maybe keep it on topic with today's video, which is Evolving Skies is crashing. Whew. Or you do whatever you want to do with your comment, and you bring it over to this video here. There you're going to need to leave an additional comment because I want to compile all the comments in one specific place. That's where I'm going to pull the winners from, at which point we reach the 4,000 subscribers. So that's all of that. That's the giveaway. Yeah, the subject, the craziness, the Evolving Skies tanking in price. What is going on? Let's dive in. It's actually really simple. See, these tins were released here. You had the Empoleon, Gallade, the Giratina, the Rotom, Tyranitar. These were released from Walmart. There's 5 packs in there, 15 bucks. Not a bad pack price, $3 a pack. All right, cool. And then people started opening these. They got them, they opened them. Empoleon and Tyranitar, they had 3 Evolving Skies, a lot of them. Some of these other tins, they're not the Striker tins, whatever they are, but the Glade, Giratina, and Rotom, they had a couple Evolving Skies. If you tuned in yesterday, you saw I opened 1 Rotom tin, no Evolving Skies, but did have Chilling Reign and Fusion Strike, which are also decent sets to have at this point in time, as far as the price point on them, if you're looking for value out of your packs. So these hit the market, which means packs hit the market. There's openings, there's all sorts of things. I don't know if people are pulling anything good, but it is affecting the price of Evolving Skies specifically, probably because it has the most room to move. And let's jump into that. I mean, no, you're not going to see a big dip down on the Umbreon VMAX. It's not like opening these tins put, another 10,000 of these on the market. No, maybe 1 or 2 got out of the market. I don't know what the rate is. That's an interesting idea or topic that I could never understand or find the answers to. But little things did happen, like the pack price, which makes sense. The pack price goes up, people start posting it, and you see the price coming down. Now, $13.30 and a $3 shipping, okay, so $16.30 for a single pack. That's not a great price by any means, by any standard. But when it comes to Evolving Skies, it's a huge difference. I mean, look at this. How far it's crashed. Now, this is just going to be your market price here. $18.40 was its peak just a few days ago. And then it came down to just under 15 at $14.99. And now we're holding that 15.5. This will recover. It will. It'll recover in like 2 weeks. It's not going to take long. It's not a huge influx. It's enough to make something crazy happen. That's 190 individual packs being sold across the platform. And then that cut down to 35. That cut, up to almost 100. Okay, we're in this range of, the past 330, 350 packs. That's not a huge sampling, but it caused enough of a swing down here. And we can see there's still a lot of different other languages, alternate languages that are bringing the price down a lot here. All right. And then even your lowest point is another one of these where they don't have a rating here. They haven't had a lot of sales. So that's going to keep the price as far down. Even still, we're at 16.5 right now for a normal pack price. So that's where it was. And also you would have found a little bit a while ago that this number was not quite accurate. It was getting closer to the $20 range. So we still saw quite a big swing on this here. So pretty big swing coming out of those packs. Now, did that affect everything? It kind of affected other things in interesting ways. The sealed booster box, not so much. I mean, the chart is still off the charts, really. However, when you get into the 36 loose packs, you'd have to go and see other data, other things like that. But it wasn't $675, with a few dollars shipping. It was a little bit worse than that. We were closer to the $700 range. All right, we were just pulling behind. This is more accurate, $703, pulling behind that sealed booster box by a little bit. So the fact that it's coming down a little bit here, it might even been closer to 750 I don't remember exactly. Because yeah, even here, 36 packs here, they're showing almost 800. So it was probably a little bit higher, but it did affect an aspect of a booster box rather than the booster box sealed, it affected the booster box quantity of 36. So not the same story. It doesn't work like that. Pulling everything apart in loose packs, it's just another version of loose packs. All right. And at this rate, you probably do the math and find out if it's even better to just do loose packs over the 36 grouped packs. I don't know which one would work out. I'm not running that math right now. But it didn't mess with things like the ETBs. These are more than just the 8 packs inside. You have all the other stuff. You have the branding. You have the artwork here. I like how this photo doesn't match at all because that's the Pokemon Center version. But the non-Pokemon Center version has not moved at all. In fact, it's only gone up over that same period of time. All right, not by much, but it's gone up. So, these are not moving anywhere. If you go through the other one, I'm surprised to see this artwork not doing as well. I thought, color scheme wise, this one actually has the better appearance on a shelf, but I guess that Umbreon just brings it to the top. Similar in price, but also just been on the upswing here. Nothing to say. Those packs are not affecting every bit of the Evolving Skies market right now. It's not affecting loose cards, and it's not affecting most products. Although there are others that do get affected, even though there's a difference. All right. So the Evolving Skies sleeved pack. All right, this one in particular, because there's that extra layer of protection, that extra layer of being sealed, just shy of $25, and that's a crash down. Well, hang on, it says 20. That's a crash down from the 23. So pretty big swing in the short time. Again, we can see similar sales trend here. There's quite a bit, and a few, and then it bumped up a little bit. So, it's the same trend as the loose packs, very similar. But I really don't think it's going to be going anywhere. You're going to be seeing, we're at 25 here almost. So this thing's bringing down the average, I guess. But you can't bring it down that much. Everything else is sitting closer to that 25 mark. So whatever. So this has been the same story here. It's not quite loose packs because you have that sleeve, that little extra layer. However, it's enough on the market to make it swing, to make it shift in a very wild way. This is simple supply and demand. Everybody's got a demand for something like Evolving Skies. I thought a lot of people would just take the opportunity to open up a pack at such an affordable price where they otherwise would not have been able to obtain it easily or financially easily. That creates a lot of financial stress. But seems like a lot of people turn that opportunity into cash and, go and sell one of these packs out of there, and you've made your money for that $15 tin back, and now you have the other ones to open and you're good to go. Do a couple packs, and now you've made a profit, and you still got a few packs to open, not of Evolving Skies, but other sets. I think there's like Brilliant Stars was pretty common in there. So, you can cut it however you want and do whatever you want. People can do that. But interesting to see how quickly it shifted over this. I mean, it was slow climbing. We're talking up and down on pennies here over the past month, and then it just tanks in comparison. The fact that it's got from its low there, a 9% dip, that's pretty wild in a month. All right. If you look at the long term here, you're still on a gain because it hasn't been much. But in the past month, it's interesting that it did swing under where it was just a month ago. And will it take a month to recover? No, it's not going to take that long to recover. I mean, look at this already moving in the upward direction on that little tail end there. It's going to recover quickly. My guess is like 2 weeks, and we'll see this right back at the top. Only because it's a little influx. It's going to be spread around. People are going to get onto other things. We have, Christmas coming up. There's a lot out there. People are still interested in Surging Sparks. There's a lot of people looking for those pre-orders going into Prismatic Evolutions. There's a lot to be focused on. And 151 coming again with the Blooming Waters. There's tons happening. There's always a lot happening with Pokemon. So you don't have to worry if you're thinking like, oh no, my investment is falling apart. It's not. It's really not. This is normal that something will dip down and then it goes back up. Long term is where you end up winning on these things as investments. And I've been battling with the concept of investor versus scalper. See, to my opinion, a scalper grabs them up, turns it for a quick buck. They scoop as much as they can and squeeze out every penny they can get, and they take advantage of the demand, and then they are the limited supplier leeching off of that situation. Where an investor doesn't care about the demand right now, and they're not trying to turn a profit as soon as possible. They're aware that the market will go up and down, but generally they're going to see an up to this market. Generally, they're going to see a graph more like this, where yes, there's down points, there's spikes up, and people are going to go nuts, but the investor just holds and holds, doesn't react to the high point, doesn't react to the low, because you could sell off, oh man, this is a great time to sell off. No, the investor's going to hold. And oh, it went down, so oh darn, I missed my opportunity. Except over time, the next peak is bringing it up again. And oh, okay, well maybe I missed my opportunity again because it dips down. No, that's not an investor mindset. It's holding, holding, holding until you're ready. Regardless of the price, until you're ready to sell off. You might be the one going, it's time, and you're selling off at what would be a dip. All right? Of course, an investor would look at that and go, let me give it 2 weeks, because that's really not, that's an anomaly. Great, fine. Let me give it 2 weeks. But you'd be selling, okay, I'm selling off because it's time to sell off, not because the price is the best it can be, not because I'm taking advantage of this bull market here. The entire trend is going to be a bull market. It's got an upswing across the board. Look at the last year of Evolving Skies loose packs, going from a low of, $7.65 to a high of $18.40. All right. So, and that's for one pack. That's a huge, huge difference. But I mean, it's gone up $10 in the past year for one single pack. That's wild. So an investor holds, a scalper rushes to get it out and take advantage of the situation, where the situations don't matter as an investor. So that's kind of the mindset difference. And there's a lot of people out there who have a perspective of, well, an investor is the same as a scalper. They get it with the intent of selling at a higher price. So are all people who trade in stocks scalpers? Are all people who collect and stack on precious metals, are they scalpers? Are all people who end up buying real estate and renting it out and building that equity and then selling off the property, or fixing it up and flipping it out there to turn their investment into a little bit more capital, are those scalpers? No, there's a difference. There's a difference, because scalpers try to work as little as possible to turn as much money as fast as possible, where an investor will be watching, nurturing, and moving along over a long period of time. Even on quick things like flipping a house, it's not that quick, so they hold it over a long period of time, and then they reap the benefits of that effort of watching certain markets and predicting where it could head and being along for the ride. And then when it's time to sell off, regardless of the price, they move it. They move it because it's time for their own particular journey, their own investment, their own maneuvers to offload this, reinvest in that, whatever it might be. A lot of people invest for retirement. I have no hopes and no delusions that my small Pokemon investment would support me in a retirement situation in any way. What I'd like to do with it, that's for me to know. And I only have concepts of what I'd like to do with it at this point in time. And, there's a lot of avenues you could take. But I do know, in the end, it's a long-term hold. So that way, when I move it, it's because it's right for me, not because I'm rushing to a market that's exploding. That's not really what I'm looking for. And most investors think that way. So if that opens it up a little bit of a difference between an investor and a scalper, maybe. If you still disagree, that can be part of your comments. And that's fine. It's an interesting topic because it made me think. It made me step back and go, yeah, sometimes I feel like a scalper when I'm trying to invest in things. So it's kind of disappointing. It's a little interesting. How about this? You can invest and keep this sealed. You can scalp and do whatever you want with it. It'll be yours. But it's going to be a zero cost to you. Getting that Pokemon 151 poster collection for one lucky winner, 2 3-pack blisters of Surging Sparks, and 5 Pokemon mystery card lots, going out to 8 winners all overall. We're trying to get 4,000 subscribers. So please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to hit the bell because I post 7 days a week. And with that, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.